Good morning. When I tell y'all a narcissist will do whatever it takes to get you back, baby, I'm talking about they will do whatever it takes. So let me tell you the story about the time one of the narcissists that I dealt with pretend to be unalived, in his car to get me back. But I'm gonna tell y'all how that played out for me because I don't play like that. That ain't gonna work for me. So we're at a point which I do have other videos further back about this one particular narcissist. I call him the energy vampire narcissist because he was definitely draining me whenever I would leave from his presence or whatever. Every time he would come around me, he would just drain me completely of any happiness that I have and take me into this dark place and leave me with whatever he was feeling before he came into my presence. So it's like he came in sad, depressed, and dark, and I was happy, glowing, smiling, and I just had a high vibration, a good energy or whatever. And so he took that from me and left me with his dark, nasty energy when he would come around or whatever. So me and him was going back and forth about trying to be together or whatever. How me and him came together was when the narcissist that I just got done dealing with, every time me and him would separate, this narcissist would come, into my life. I was using him, he was using me. We both, he knew that I still loved the narc before him. And so he didn't, he just was like, well, I get in where I fit in at, basically, or whatever. But in the beginning of me and his relationship, I wanted the relationship, he didn't. Like I said, there's videos about this whole scenario, because if you pick up where I am now, you'll be lost in the sauce and you'll be calling me crazy, stupid, dumb, and all this stuff. And yeah, at the time, yeah, I was. But it's more to the story than just being, out here just doing any and everything to be with a narc. It ain't like that, even though some people may see it that way. It's just not like that. There's tricks to the trade. There's different things that happen for you to fall into situations like that. If y'all see me looking away from the camera, I'm sitting here putting another coat of clear polish on top of the Halloween nails that I did because I want to wear them one more day. I did it as a peel off set, so they did come off, and so now I'm shaping them up a little bit more, and I'm gonna put a clear coat on it because we got a field trip today, and so I don't want to go out looking bare hand. Even though I got hair to do in the morning, I still want to kind of wear my nails because I'll be able to take them off tomorrow without any hassle. So that's what I'm doing, guys, in case you wondering why I'm not looking at the camera or anything like that. This is what I'm doing before I get ready to go here. So like I was saying, both of the narcs kind of play into each other because when I would leave, when the narc that I just got done dealing with leaves or whatever or discards me, he usually comes in, the narc that's the emotional vampire, the energy vampire, he usually comes in after the other narc, discards me or whatever, and, try to kind of lift my spirits back up or whatever. So, he played some good parts, but then at the same time, he still was using me for my energy, So that was a big issue. And like I said, me and him was going back and forth between being together as a couple, because when I wanted to be with him, he didn't want to be with me at the time. He had all these excuses. He was even showing me signs that he was toxic or whatever. But like I said, us empaths always think that we can fix somebody and help somebody, and that's not always the case. We have to learn to let people fix themselves, work it out the way that they need to work it out, because we can't help and save everybody. God assigned us to certain people, but we can't help everybody. So that was me thinking that I could help him or change him and all this here stuff when I was dealing with him. And lo and behold, he was they come in and change us from being the people that we were before we ran into them. So, you know what I'm saying? He was working his narcissistic magic. And it was like I caught on to him quicker than I did the narcissist that I just got done dealing with. I seen some of the signs, but like I said, I still was thinking that that man was my husband, and that, you know, you got to go through some things to, you know, get somewhere in the journey. Okay, so I ain't trying to make this story long-winded or whatever. So we're in between a break at this time. Me and the narcissist that I currently stopped dating, we were on another discard or whatever, and so the energy vampire came back in. Did I say empire or vampire? The energy vampire came back in, and you know, he was asking, because I was sure at this time, because of a lot of stuff that has happened between me and the energy vampire, a lot of stuff has turned me off from him now, and I don't see him in that way anymore. Because when I wanted you, you didn't want to, but you was playing with the idea of me wanting you like that. So you was like, you know, gaslighting me and hoovering me and all that good stuff to make me believe that we could possibly be together, but knowing you don't really want to be with me. You just want what I can supply you with, which is good vibes and good energy. So you come to get that from me, and then you leave me feeling yucky, disgusting, and feeling like, why am I here? What did God make me for? You know what I'm saying? That's just the kind of energy he had. He had some very, very dark, sickening energy that I didn't like. After, you know, he would leave from around me, I would now be feeling what he brought to the table. And now he's all happy-go-lucky when he's leaving me. And I'm sitting there sick, depressed, and don't know what the heck going on. You know what I'm saying? So he was trying to do any and everything, say any and everything to get me to change my mind and to go ahead, and he's ready for this relationship, and that he's sure it's me he wants, and that I'm so beautiful. He wants to marry me and all this here stuff. So he was laying the icing on thick. But at this time, I was over this situation. You know what I'm saying? I'm just like, I don't see you in that way anymore. Like, when I wanted you in that way, you gave me a run for my money, and I still ended up walking away from you when we did finally take the chance. Because it was just like, when we finally did decide to start dating or whatever, he was really like doing extra unnecessary stuff to make the relationship go bad. And I'm just like, you know what, I'm good. Because like, I finally broke you down, and you finally gave me a relationship or whatever. And for the most part, he was a sweetheart. He was sweet and nice, but then he just would change. Like, all of a sudden, out of the blue, now he's sad and depressed, and now we got to sit here and be sad and depressed together. And I'm like, nah, I don't like that kind of energy. I like to be on a high energy where I'm happy, I'm smiling, and I'm just chilling. That's where I like to be at. So if it's all dark and gloomy, I'm going to try my best to bring you out of that, because I don't want to be in that energy. So, you know what I'm saying? That's what I brought to the table for him as far as the energy goes. You know what I'm saying? I came in with smiles, and I would always leave with a smile until he started sucking that away from me. So he's calling and, you know, stopping by and asking, you know what I'm saying, Shalissa, give me a chance. Let me, you know what I'm saying, I could be good for you. And this, that, and the third. Like, I know that I can love you. You know, all that little blase, swaze, narcissistic mumbo jumbo that they give you or whatever. You know what I'm saying? It sound good. It sound real good. But you was just playing because you didn't want me to take away what I was giving you, what I was supplying you with. So you trying to hold on as tight as you can. But I'm to the point right now with him that I'm just like, you know what? I don't love you like I love the narc. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't nothing for me to let you go. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I was moving. But he would still gaslight and hoover me because he's like, hold on now, you don't You don't do that to me. Which in another story, he flats out tell me that you can't treat me like this. I ain't never been treated like this before. And I'm just like, well, you gonna learn today, sir. You're gonna learn today. So, you know what I'm saying? I'm sure I'm just telling y'all the backstory of how we got to the point of him telling me, faking his, his death or whatever. So we have this conversation and I'm telling him, I'm like, you know what? I just don't feel the same for you no more. And I actually told him that to his face. We were standing on my back doorstep because I used to smoke at that time. And we were standing outside and we was having a cigarette. And I remember telling him, because he was just like, Shalissa, is you going to stop playing and give me another chance? And I flat out told him, like, I couldn't even fake the phone. I couldn't even crack a smile when I did it, because I wanted him to know that I was dead serious, that I don't feel the same way I used to about you. Like, you should have gave me the chance when I was asking for it. Even though now I know, y'all, that it was a narcissistic game that was being played with me. I didn't know that then. I just thought that he was giving me a run for my money, because what he hit me with in the beginning was that I want to be with you, but I'm scared. You know what I'm saying? So we playing that game. So if somebody tell me that, you know what I'm saying, I don't take it as if you don't want to be with me. It's like you want me to show you that it's okay to give your heart to me. You know what I'm saying? I'm all willing and down to do that or whatever, because I do understand people have been hurt. But that's my problem. I understand too much. But understanding is good all at the same time too. But you know what I'm saying? So in the beginning I was thinking, I'm like, okay, well, if you're scared to give your heart to me, let me show you that it's okay for you to let go and just give me your heart or whatever. I'm gonna take care of it. I'm gonna love it. You know what I'm saying? So he kept pretending like, okay, Shalissa, I'm ready to give you my heart or whatever. I trust you, this, that, and the third. And so, he took me up and down that channel so many times. So this day, he comes out and he asks me again while we're standing there smoking the cigarette. And I'm just like, you know what? When I wanted you, when I was all crazy for you and ready to, give my all and do all that there stuff, you should have took the opportunity then. I say you didn't take it. So now I don't feel that way for you no more. I strictly feel for you as a friend, as a buddy, as somebody who come through and, chill. If you want to talk, we can talk. If you want to do, we do that. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, I don't want anything. I don't want a commitment with you. I don't. You done killed the opportunity and the feeling, that the vibe that I had for it in the beginning. You done killed that. So it's like, I don't even feel that way for you no more. So now I just want to be strictly friends, like you said, with benefits. You know what I'm saying? I added the benefits part on there. But that's what I wanted him to do. I just wanted him to get out of asking me for this relationship, because I know I don't want to be in a relationship with you like that, because you've played too much with that situation. So after he asked me that day while we were standing out there smoking a cigarette or whatever, I told him, you know what I'm saying, I think it's best that we just cut everything out. You know what I'm saying? You go your way, I go my way, because at that time, I still knew I had feelings for the narc that I previously got out of a relationship with. I knew I still had feelings for him. He always came back, you know what I'm saying? And so he was something that I did in the meantime until the other narc came back or whatever. So he's just like, no, just give me a chance, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, screaming it to the rooftops, I don't want you like that or whatever. So because I'm not breaking and I'm not changing what I'm saying, so a couple of days go by, he get mad, he don't want to call and talk to me or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Any other time, he'll hit me up and check up on me daily or whatever. He just getting off work, I just wanted to call and see how you doing, see if you need anything. You know what I'm saying? He would love to, my thing was ice, crushed ice, Slim Jims, Snickers, and M&Ms or whatever. He knew that about me. And so, he would stop by and just drop those things off to me or whatever. Drop off some cash, whatever he wanted to. Whenever he seen a need, he was there for it. And I liked him for that too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't have to really ask for much with him. Like I said, I did experience a relationship with him, but it's been a lot of off relationships with him, because when we would get together, it'll end up breaking within a week or two or whatever, because he just feels like it's going too fast for him and this, that, and third. You know, he played me to the left with the feeling thing. You know what I'm saying? He playing the emotional victim. Like, I've been so hurt in my life, and I gotta be careful with who I give my heart to. And I know that you'll take care of my heart, but I ain't sure you'll take care of my heart. That's the mumbo jumbo he was giving me. And so to me, I'm like, in the beginning, I'm like, oh my God. He's scared that I'm gonna break his heart, and I'm really not. He just don't know that he giving his heart to the best person that he could possibly give it to, and I'm gonna promise to love it and take care of it, just like, you know, it's fragile, just like it is. You know what I'm saying? But it was all a game to get my emotions, to get my sympathy, to get my love, to get all the things that I was willing to give him to make him think. You know what I'm saying? To make him see that I'm a good catch. Like, you wouldn't be making a bad choice if you chose to give your heart to me. You know what I'm saying? So he was sucking me out of all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? That didn't sound right, but it's okay. Y'all get what I'm saying. Get your head out the gutter. Unless that was my head in the gutter. I don't know. But get your head out the gutter if you thought that. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, so I'm just saying no. I don't want it. Whatever. So here we go. I have not heard from him in like 2 or 3 days or whatever. And so now when I get this phone call from a number that I don't know, but the person on the other end is telling me that, I get the phone call. I say hello. They say, hey, is this Shalissa? I say, yes, it is. They said, I'm sorry to inform you, but last night we found, let's say, Tim. We found Tim unalived in his car. When I hear that, because I don't, you know, I'm a very emotional person when it comes to death. Like, I was shut down. I don't want to be around nobody. I just want to, you know, I be in my thoughts. And me, I'm a visual person. So when they say found him unalived in his car, I instantly see this visual of him unalived in his car. So now I can't erase this visual that I have, because I'm just that empathetic. Like, it just, if that's a word, don't come. If that's a word, let's keep it. If it ain't, throw it out and make up your own word for it. But you know what I'm talking about. I think empathetic is a word though. But if it ain't, like I said, take it all in love, baby. Ain't no word. Guru, yeah. The words all jumbled up today or whatever, because I'm trying not to make the video super duper long, just trying to, you know, throw it out there and get it on out. So I have this visual in my head, and now I cannot unsee this visual. Now I'm gonna give you exactly what I was doing when I got this phone call. And so now when I hear this song, I have to freaking send net or whatever. Now when I hear this song, I have this visual in my head, because that's what I was hearing. I was listening to or singing. I was on my karaoke app when I got this phone call. And so I was singing this song called Ain't It Fun? I'm singing this song, and in the middle of me recording that song, I get this phone call. And so now that's the last thing I was listening to. And now after that, the next thing I'm hearing is that he done passed away. So now this song just ain't, you know, it's still a nice song to me. I still like the song, and I finally got to a place. I heard the song this morning is what brought this topic up, because that was a song that I would skip since that happened. You know what I'm saying? Because I can't kill the visual that I had from them calling me and telling me this. So I'm sitting here karaokeing, and I get this phone call, and they say, I'm sorry to inform you that Tim passed away in his car, was found unalived in his car or whatever. I don't know if somebody did it to him or if he did it to himself. I don't know nothing, but the visual that I got is he was a strong drinker. Very, very bad drinker. So I picture he done, drunk himself to death or whatever. So initially that's what happened. He passed out in the car. Okay. But they done called me up and they're telling me that they found him unalived, and that the last thing he was talking about before he was unalived in his car was how good I was to him and all this his stuff, and how he loved me and all this. I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe this. So now I'm all in my feelings. I mean, I'm on the phone calling Life with Tashana, my sister. I call my other sister, Music Bird. And Life with Tashana is trying to talk to me and calm me down and tell me, it's that ain't your fault, this, that, and the third. Had me feeling some type of way. So I can't ease it up. I can't ease off the visual or the feeling. And now the things that this person just left with me on the phone, saying that he was thinking of me and talking about me before he passed away and all this stuff. And I'm just like, man, this too much for me to deal with. This too much for me. I ain't had to ever deal with this before. So that was a bit much. So the person didn't give me no information, no nothing else after that. Just tells me that he is unalived. And so once I called Music Bird up, my other sister, she was like, well, let's Google it. Let's look and see if it's on the news and all this stuff. There's nothing. There's nothing. I'm sitting here having a whole freaking anxiety attack. Had to take something for it because I can't pull myself together. This how bad he had me. And I'm just like, So 2 days after that, because I'm distraught. I'm sitting here trying to keep my cool because I'm just like, wow. The last thing I told him is that I don't want him. And, because he wasn't getting it when I was telling him or whatever. So I'm just like, I got to just give it to him and be real. And so I said exactly how I feel so he'll know that I don't see you in that way no more. So to come to find out, 2 days after I hear about him unalived in his car, I get a call from Tim. So I'm looking at this phone like, oh my God, his phone is calling me. There's a ghost calling me. Like I did so bad that this man ghost is hunting me now. Like he calling me. So I answer the phone because I was debating. He called me twice. The first time he called, I ain't answer the phone because I'm just like, this man is gone. Ain't no way his phone is calling me or whatever, because he really he from New York or whatever, but he had friends and people around here or whatever. But I'm just like, nah, I ain't answering this phone because I don't want to hear nothing. So I'm thinking I'm being haunted and taunted and all this stuff. So he called again. Second time I went on ahead and I answered the phone. I'm like, hello? Because now I'm thinking at this point, maybe a family member or somebody has gotten his phone and they seen that he had talked to me, a couple of days before this incident went down. And so, maybe they trying to figure out, put the pieces together into what's going on and all this stuff. And I'm just like, oh my God, this is too much for me right now. I don't know what to do. I ain't never been in this situation before. So for me, this is new. I'm like lost. I'm like, oh my God. So I answer the phone and it's him. And he's laughing. And I'm like, why are you laughing? He was like, cause they over exaggerated the situation. He said, I was not, unalived or whatever. I just was passed out in my car drunk and they thought that I was gone. I'm like, no, there's a difference, sir. Being unalived and being passed out is two different things. You passed out, you still breathing. When you unalived, you ain't breathing no more. So how they get it confused? And at this point, I'm starting to think that it wasn't even an issue like that either, because now I know that he a narcissist. We'll say and do whatever we got to do to get you to have a conversation with me, or to get you to change your mind from what you said to me last, or make you pay for what it is that you did to me. Because I had to make him feel pretty bad when I had to get him the flat out truth that I don't see him in that light no more. Like, we can just be friends and nothing else. He didn't like that, so he had to make me pay for that. And so the way he made me pay for that was by pretending to be unalived. Get me all in my emotions and things. And what he thought was going to happen was I was going to take him back. So that phone call was meant for him to come back in and see if I learned my lesson and see if I'm ready to go ahead and give him another try. Give him what he wants. Because if not, then I'm going to keep making you feel bad, See, when you play like that, I can't play like that, because now I had done got to a point where I actually believed that you were gone. The feeling that I got after that situation, even though he telling me it was a misunderstanding, it was this, that, and the third, it was still like this man was unalived to me, because now I visualized this. I've made it real. Even though it was not real and it was a joke, I went through that emotion as if it was real, and I can't take that emotion back. Right now, you was a ghost to me. So he was like, can we meet up? Can I come see you? I told him, yeah, because I needed to see, because I'm telling you, I still believe that this man was gone. Like, I'd seen that visual and I just cannot shake it. So he comes on over, and I'm telling you, when he got here, I felt like, I don't even want to be your friend anymore. I don't want nothing to do with you, because you did that to me. I can't unsee what I seen, even though I didn't see an actual picture or was there to I can't get the words out, to actually see what it looked like, the scene or whatever, because it was made up. I made up my own scenario, and now I can't come back from that scenario that I made up, and that was the wrong place to put me in, because I'm telling you, I really still felt like this man was unalived. And after that visit, I was real and strong on, you know what, no, stay, I don't need you to come over. He want to come by and drop things out. Listen, no, go ahead, take those things back with you, because he just stopped calling and asking, can he bring me things? He just started popping up, and I'm like, listen, I'm good. I meant what I said. I still feel the same way. I don't feel any different for you. Now I don't want to be friends. Now I don't want any communication with you. I don't want anything with you at all, point blank period, because that did something to me. You gonna stoop that low to get your way? I can't. I could not back off of it, y'all. I could not shake that thing for nothing in the world. He was like a ghost to me, for real, because I had an anxiety attack all over this thing. I done called people up looking like a fool, looking for this man's death, and he ain't even gone nowhere. He's still here. So he made another attempt. He was on his way out of, going back home to his hometown, which is New York. And he decided to call me up and give me an ultimatum or demand me, like, this gonna be my last time asking you before I leave and go to New York. Is you gonna give me another chance? And I say, sir, you better go ahead and pack your car up and go on, get on 95, whatever 5 you need to get on to get to New York, baby. Because I promise you, ain't nothing else here. There's nothing that you ain't even have to make this phone call, because my answer is still the same. I don't feel or see anything for you. It's a wrap. It's done. You done did too much. I'm good. But I could shake him, but I couldn't shake the narc that I just recently got out of a relationship. It was crazy, but it was easy for me to let him go, because he had already done his damage. When he played that unalived game with me, that was it. That wasn't nothing for me to close that door and lock that chapter and for it to never ever be opened again. It wasn't nothing. But I'm telling you, you can't play with me like that. Don't use death as a way to get me to do what you want to do, because it's not going to give you the same result that you want in the end. I'm telling you, that right there turned me completely off. When I say off, baby, I was off. And I don't want to see you. I don't want nothing, because just the feeling and the thought that I had when I thought that he was gone. I don't want to feel that again. But I can't help but to, if I see you, that's all that's going to keep ringing in my head. Now you done put a whole new picture on me that I can't shake, and I don't like that picture. So I'd rather not be around you. I'd rather not have any dealings with you, because that was too much for me. So when I tell y'all these narcs have no limit, they have no chill, no boundaries. Ain't nothing to, oh, I'm crossing the line if I do that. And they don't have that. If you going through that, baby, it's time to get some strength, some prayer, and some love for yourself, because you deserve way better than that. You do. People try to play on your mental all day, every day, but when you get them inklings or those feelings, or you see red flags, or your spidey senses is telling you something, your gut, not your spidey senses, but your gut. When your gut telling you something, don't fight it off. I'm big on that. Don't fight it off. Don't fight it off. Because then you putting yourself in a position that could have been avoided. But I ain't gonna go all into all that stuff, because y'all already know how I do. Y'all know I just want you to fall in love with yourself. Grow every day. Even when it's hard, you still have to love yourself and put yourself first, because that's the first step to healing. You have to accept what happened, move on from it, and start loving on yourself and focusing on you, so you can redirect your life back in the path that it was supposed to be going in the first place, before it got distracted. Okay? So I love y'all. Have a great day. Grow something. Today is field trip day. We got game night. Hopefully tonight we come through and we win. Team been kind of shaky. I know my son is off. Y'all nephew, he a little bit off, but y'all keep sending them prayers that he get the strength that he needs to keep moving forward in life, and that his life don't end right here. It can keep moving forward. You just got to put your faith out there and take 2 or 3 steps and let God do the rest. But he gonna be all right, because he got his mama covering him, and he also know how to pray himself, but he is having a hard time going through what he's going through right now. So y'all just keep him in prayer, and keep your girl in prayer, because it's hard seeing my baby go through. But I got him. I got his back, his front and his side. I got them all. So I love y'all. Have a great day. Have a great weekend.